Yo. So, Chapter 6, Converging Heat. I don't know what that means.
A previously unseen link is established between the groper and the victim. Charting out their relationship is akin to tracing a spider's web. But with each false thread ruled out, only the improbable truth remains. Ehara orchestrated the groping as a diversion, and by tarnishing his name, he secures both an alibi and his ultimate revenge.
Damn. Has anyone else ever done this? Committed a small crime to have an alibi?
Hiro Mikoshiba's
Yo,
murder
Double.
was sparked by the bullying of Toshiro Ehara, who committed suicide 4 years ago. The graphic video that hit the net showed the world how Toshiro's father, Akihiro Ehara, had brutally avenged his son. We also know the father had accomplices. On October 7th at 6:30 a.m., they forced Mikoshiba into a vehicle, took him to an abandoned building, and gravely injured him. Then, around 7:30 a.m., the time frame when Ehara killed Mikoshiba, the other conspirators were probably nearby, even though they weren't on camera.
At the same time, 30 kilometers away at Ikebukuro Station, a man who looks like Ehara is caught on camera. We'll call that guy the stand-in. The stand-in made sure he was in front of the cameras for more than an hour before boarding the 9:06 a.m. train, the same one Yui Mamiya was on. After committing sexual battery on that train, he meets the real Ehara in the camera's blind spot, and they change places. That's how he established a false alibi for Mikoshiba's murder. And to achieve this, the victim, Yui Mamiya, had to have been in on it from the start.
Sure are a lot of people getting their hands dirty for Ehara. Mamiya, Ehara stand-in on the train, the guys who kidnapped Mikoshiba. How did some troubled cop manage to recruit so many allies?
Well, one person that comes to mind who might be the key to all this is Yoko Sawa. She's a teacher at Seiryo High. She was the only adult Toshiro-kun ever told about the bullying, and she supervised
forensic.
Mikoshiba as a teacher before he disappeared. On top of that, she's a Kurokawa Academy graduate, same as Mamiya.
I'm back.
Those trespassers at the murder scene were also from Kurokawa.
Double, did you get any sleep?
Since they're all about the same age, it's possible they were all classmates.
So you're saying these classmates are also Ehara's murder accomplices?
If we consider Yoko Sawa the central link, that's very possible. We do know that as a teacher, she felt deep remorse for Toshiro-kun's suicide. Maybe she recruited her old classmates to help Ehara take his revenge.
Yeah, that's not to rule that out. Though I'm hoping that's not the case.
Why is that?
It's just, she's a really good teacher. She's passionate, responsible. She's always putting the students first. I know she regrets the past, that a student died on her watch. And now another of her students, Mikoshiba, is found murdered. So if it turns out she's involved in that, I doubt I'll be able to trust my own judge of character ever again.
Yeah,
She was pretty wholesome
I'm going back to Ijincho tomorrow.
in a way.
The plan is to bring up Mamiya's name to Sawa-sensei and see how she reacts. Until then, let's not jump to conclusions about her involvement.
All right.
Can I chime in real quick? I was looking into Kurokawa Academy and I stumbled across something that may be relevant.
What's that?
Well, it happened 13 years ago, but there was an attempted suicide. A third year jumped off the school's roof after being thoroughly humiliated.
Okay. A moment to think. Nice forensic. Where are they driving this weekend? Double, you don't sleep? What? If you don't sleep, what do you do with all that extra time? Saudi Arabia. Ooh. Hot. Yeah, the teacher, we were in the school she teaches at to investigate if they have a bullying problem. And yeah, then she kind of spilled the tea how the school made sure earlier to cover all the bullying up. And that's like the the connection to this murder case now is that because of the bullying back in the day, Ehara's son committed suicide, which is why he wants to revenge both the bullies and the whole messed up school and justice system and blah blah. Oh yeah, the time is the time ahead in Saudi Arabia? I'm thinking if it could be the same as Finland. It is. It makes sense. A bullying suicide from 13 years ago. Didn't Sawa-sensei mention that too? If I remember correctly, the student lived but remains in a coma to this day. I don't recall that. Who was that?
Actually, Sawa-sensei mentioned that. She said it was a boy in her class.
Right, that's gotta be the same case then. The student's name was Mitsuru Kusamoto. He's 30 now, but still in a coma.
Huh, and all that info's on the net?
It wouldn't be normally, but his mother happens to be Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health. Ever heard the name Reiko Kusamoto?
No.
Not once.
I have. It was on the news. They were talking about her and her son.
Vice ministers rank above most government officials, so this lady has quite a position of power at the Ministry of Health. What does the Ministry of Health do?
Well, do you remember the uproar in the Health Ministry when Vice Minister Ichinose got arrested? Apparently, his successor couldn't contain the resulting chaos, which is when Kusamoto-san got tapped to lead. They couldn't afford another criminal scandal, so her promotion was out of the blue. She was a safe choice, a veteran with tenure and experience. Not to mention, her son's tragedy made people see her as a more sympathetic figure. Very popular. She's kind of a new generation heroine, so to speak.
Huh.
Is any of that relevant to the case at hand, though?
Who knows? But Reiko Kusamoto and Ehara both have children who were bullying victims. I don't think that's a connection we can afford to overlook, if you ask me.
Okay, so Kusamoto's son. What exactly happened to him?
Let's see. He was bullied by a fellow third year at his school, Shinya Kawai. The records say he harassed Mitsuru-kun every day, in and out of school. Well, one time he even stuffed dirty rags in his mouth.
That's so cruel.
Yeah, and the
The
teacher was a
things
real
kids
piece of
do
work.
for fun.
Apparently he knew, but he just smirked and said, "Don't overdo it."
Oh, I remember now. The media pounced on that one hard.
If they were classmates, then both Sawa-sensei and Mamiya would know about this.
And maybe because they couldn't save Mitsuru-kun, their guilt left them open to Ehara's persuasion.
But to prove that, we'll have to hear from them directly. I'll talk to Sawa-sensei first thing tomorrow.
That'd be helpful. In the meantime, I'll be working on Ehara's appeal. It's clear they missed something important in the trial, since Ehara is apparently innocent of sexual battery. Being that he was out committing murder at the time.
What started as a simple harassment case sure has blown up big.
And we wouldn't have it any other way. Make it so complex that my brain will explode. Oh yeah, Cyan Cat should be working again. The cafe is like right here. Working on Easter Sunday, I know. She's voluntary though. Like, she may or may not respond. But now she knows I'm online. Without paying? Oh, she gets all the snacks that you spend. Yo, Rascally! Thank you for the raid. Was lurking. Where are they? Bitch. This is like Tekken, right?
What a waste.
I just smash square and people die. I assume it's the same thing. Oh god damn it. Run, identical ladies. Pretty much. Yeah. As I imagined. It would be cool if they did a Yakuza crossover. Have they done any game collabs? I assume no.
And stay down.
Shout out to Rasky. By the way. Go follow. You better already follow. Okay, so that's where we need to go, but this is the I think I failed that quest. I think it's like gone. This cafe is like done for. Been shouting his name ever since. Good. Thank you, Forensic. Shall you open your window? Yeah, maybe you'll hear it then. My headphones cancel some noise, so unfortunately I can't hear it. Okay, I guess we'll sleep. Start the next day.
Wait a minute. What?
Yo, you took your sweet time. But I got the gist of it. You're going to Ijincho, right? To meet with Sawa-sensei?
Oh, not this again.
Kaito-san, you do realize that only I can meet her. You can't get into the school.
I forget he's very
know,
horny.
But if you end up taking it off campus, can you at least call me this time?
Don't you understand the situation? Sawa-sensei might be tied to murder.
You sure you understand it? Come on, she would never do that.
That a fact?
So happens I'm a great judge of character. Especially when it comes to women.
Sure.
Sometimes I forget who I'm talking to.
Also, the accomplices may not be fully aware of the extent of, you know, what Ehara was doing. So, they may not know what he was gonna do. Okay, it's morning. Does this cafe now do something? Because, like, I have this quest, which I forgot to do. Observation of the entrance of the place. So this is the entrance of the place. And this is observation mode. Oh well. I guess we'll just go. There's nothing to do here really, anyways, other than look at an empty cafe.
Well, first stop, it's gotta be Chinatown. Can't face Tsukumo on an empty stomach.
Never a dull day for you, huh, Kaito-san?
It's the selection, man. I've already worked out the math. I figure if I hit 4 or 5 places a day...
What? What's up?
Check that out. It's Akutsu.
Kamurocho thugs are looking pretty out of place here.
Yo! Akutsu! What are you fools doing in town? Hey, don't ignore me! It's Kaito! Fancy seeing you here!
This is so awkward.
I'm kind of busy here, man. Catch you later.
What an asshole. Ijincho's a long way from home. And he's traveling with a small army.
This
Would
is
he
so
have come all
sus
this way
after
because of us?
Nah,
we just beat
caught
them
him
up.
Totally off guard. He's not out here for us. Gotta be something else.
But something's not right if they're just cruising around. It's gotta be an RK operation. He brought too many guys for it to be something more personal.
Yeah. Kamurocho streets can be tough. Maybe they gave up. Well, whatever they came out here to do, we ought to keep our noses the hell out of their business. But you better hustle. You're gonna be late for class. I'll catch you after school.
Katsumis. I should head to Seiryō High School. I need to find out if Mamiya really has a connection to Sawa-sensei. Okay, but first things first, we're gonna go greet our cat friend. This is important. Here they are. Hi. Hey you, it's been a while.
A name, huh?
I named him Buddy, I think. Oh, was that correct? Wanna play for a little bit? Stare affectionately. Oh, for food, absolutely. Do you like chicken? Oh yeah. I can only do one thing. And it seems that I can only do one action per day. So I'm trying to do something every day. Because there's a popularity meter, spelled P-A-W. And I don't care anything. I don't care about anything as much as I do about that. There are other cats here, but we'll do that later. What's this? Nope. Oh, I forget the traffic goes the other way here. Are you school kids? No, you're adults.
Oh, even more.
In this city, sometimes you can beat up school kids.
And stay down.
Oh no, that's a purple. Oh god. The purple is... Last time I freaking died when there was a purple enemy. Oh, Jesus. Yes, queen. Ow.
What a waste.
Yeah, that was awkward. Wait. Another purple. Or is this the purple one? Oh my god, yeah, this is the guy I died to. Like, holy fuck, this guy just fucking... Yeah. He has a fucking hammer? Or what is that? And he doesn't seem to get stunned! Like, not really, I don't know how to dodge quick enough. Well, at least I have some health items this time around. Can I block the hammer? I don't know. Yeah, no, it's like a red one. It's a red attack, you can't. You're supposed to dodge red attacks, but this is just insane. Just eat everything. No. Woo! Oh my god. Well, at least I have this X action so that when I'm down, I'm not like vulnerable and I get to do damage. No, you bitch! That was a good moment! Woohoo!
Really, guys?
Eat my ass. Okay. I should probably check. What do I have? Health boosts are nice. I have 38. Yeah, health boost. $10K. Sure. $20K. Sure. Is this now max health? No, that's cranes. Learn 3 or more crane skills. Yeah, I don't know how to use these, but let's just buy some. These are the things that I might use accidentally. Increases your attack speed after evading an enemy attack. Press X when an enemy attacks. Okay. Yeah, this is the stuff I'm terrible. Okay. No, not another purple guy. What is this shit?
For real?
Sure. At least it's not that golden dude. Oh, now he mad. Ah! Your piece of salmon has a fin attached to it? Okay, just that he can't, like, surprise me. Just cut the fin off. It's fine. Enjoy, Forensic.
What a waste.
See ya later. I've already put it on the pan. Well, there's still time to cut it off after you've cooked it. What do you mean, no? You're not... You're not forced to eat it if it bothers you. I can't even go to the school in peace. Need to be faster than them. That's all.
Really, guys?
I'm getting claps. Nice. Okay, so what is this, extra case here? What's this? Someone drew a squirrel on the school wall? What's a little girl doing out here by herself? Hope she's all right.
Hey.
Is everything okay? Are you looking for something? No, I was just looking at the squirrel. Adorable, isn't it?
Hmm?
What squirrel? Squirrels just want to have fun. Anytime you see a squirrel painted around town, slip into observation mode and examine it. If you copy what it's doing, you might just find a hidden treasure. Bruh. Well, this one's listening.
Hey. Ah.
Would you look at that? There's a squirrel. That's some pretty nice street art. Why a squirrel, though? Is it supposed to represent something?
Yagami-san.
Well, this is unexpected. What are you doing out here?
Hmm? Amasawa.
Oh, hey. I was just looking at some street art. Do you know what this is from? It's too good to be a random graffiti. How peculiar. I feel like I know this from somewhere. Maybe a famous graffiti artist did it?
No.
That's not it, I think. I remember this from childhood. That's it.
Huh.
It's from a picture book I used to read all the time.
Hmm?
A picture book?
Yes.
It featured all these forest critters doing different poses, and as a kid, you were supposed to imitate them. So if you copied the squirrel performing a greeting or lying down for a nap, you'd be learning good behaviors along the way. And if you did them well, you'd get a reward, like an acorn, at least according to the book.
Oh.
I see, so it was like an educational tool. But why would something from a children's book be painted out here? That's the big question, isn't it? The little girl is just fascinated. Do you think we'd get rewarded if we copied the squirrel right here? She's called a young lady. That's a cute idea. Let's pretend we're in my picture book and find out. Okay, listen. So what's the squirrel up to? Let me think. Receiving a transmission. I love it. Maybe it's listening intently? That could be. It does look like it's trying to hear something. Then if we stand still and stay quiet, will we get a reward?
What?
At the very least, we can try and find out. Yeah, I'm not hearing a thing. Well, duh. We are playing make-believe, you know? Actually, I think I did hear something. Really? Wonder what? Might as well play along here. And I've got just the thing to amp up my hearing. So we are going to use my listening device.
I can hear it.
The sound's coming from here. Superstitious Eater's Guide. What in the world? The skill Auspicious Gourmet has been unlocked. Huh. 1 out of 56. A reward at the source of the sound.
Huh?
What's that listening device thing you got there? Did it lead you anywhere?
Yeah.
After turning it on, I heard a faint noise, and when I went to check it out, I found this. Wow, so the squirrel was hiding a treasure.
Seriously?
I guess so. By the way, there are more squirrels than just this one, and they're doing all sorts of different things. Really? Yep. There's one on the wall of that stone over there. A store. I never noticed. Or if I did, I dismissed it as some juvenile attempt at self-expression. Could this possibly be a new mystery? I suppose you could consider it a mystery in the broadest possible sense. Mystery or not, it might be fun to keep a lookout for these squirrels. Okay, yeah, you told me. Okay, this has got my brain firing on all cylinders. I gotta go home and find that picture book.
Yeah.
You do that. In the meantime, I'll see what I can find out on my end. Okay, great. See you later. Looks like she took off. Yep, once she sets her sights on something, there's really no stopping her. Maybe I should do the same and find more squirrels. My name's Futaba Sayonji. Thanks for your help today.
It's me.
Well, aren't you polite? My name's Takayuki Yagami. Nice meeting you, Takayuki-san. Bye-bye for now. Wait, was this the way to that other squirrel? I need to work on my directions. Watch out for cars, okay? Alright, guess I'm looking for squirrels from now on. No need to go nuts over it. Oh my god. Can we erase that squirrel so that I know that I've already done that one? Okay, teacher, did you help this guy murder a dude? I guess it's good that she's here alone.
Oh, what is it, Yagami-san?
Sensei, do you have a minute?
I saw the video of Mikoshiba-kun.
So you did. That video, right?
I thought Ehara-san was convicted for a sex offense. How could he be in that video killing Mikoshiba-kun? But then that video looked so real.
Most likely it is. As you unfortunately had to witness, Ehara-san committed murder with his own two hands. Which means as far as the groping that day goes, there's some deception at work.
Deception?
Are you familiar with Ehara-san's victim in the case? Her name is Yui Mamiya.
I don't think I recognized her, no.
13 years ago, she attended Kurakawa Academy. Her maiden name is Yui Suzuki.
Yui Suzuki? Just a minute. Are you saying she was the one Ehara-san groped?
So you do know her then? Were you two classmates?
We were, in our third year of high school.
I had a hunch. You didn't know she was the victim of that whole incident?
I mean, it's just so hard to believe.
Does this all seem like a wild coincidence to you then? Your old student's father gropes one of your high school classmates at a station with 3 million daily travelers.
What are you implying?
I'm saying your old friend Yui might be cooperating with Ehara-san, as in she only played the part of a victim. She might have even known it was all to hide a murder.
What? But why? Why would she do that for him?
She really doesn't seem to know of any connection between Ehara and Mamiya. If this is all an act, then she's an amazing actress. Do we just trust our instincts on that?
From what I'm seeing, Sensei, you're connected to Ehara and Yui Mamiya. I just need your help figuring out what that connection is.
Yagami-san, please. Are you implying I was some kind of liaison between them?
Well, Sensei, what was your relationship with Yui Mamiya? Were you close? Or would you say classmates covers it?
The two of us were never really that close. To be honest, I didn't really like the group of kids she hung out with. I guess you could say we didn't have the same interests.
When was the last time you saw her? Did you have a high school reunion by any chance?
They held a reunion around the time I graduated from college, but I didn't feel like going. That same class bullied a kid into jumping off the roof.
So if that's the case, you haven't seen any of your classmates since you all graduated from Kurakawa?
That's right.
Okay then.
Doubts.
The thing is, Ahara-san and Mamiya are connected. It is kinda loose, but it's there. They have one thing in common.
What?
In both of their pasts, someone they knew was bullied to the point of attempting or committing suicide. Ahara-san lost his son, Toshiro-kun, and as for Yui Mamiya, it's her classmate, Mitsuru Kusamoto. That could be a factor, especially for Mamiya. It's possible that Ahara-san would be a sympathetic figure to her. Maybe enough to help construct an alibi for his revenge. It's possible she only played the part of a groping victim. What do you think? Does it have any merit, or is my theory full of holes?
Even if you're on the right track...
Sawa-sensei? We're just waiting on you to start the staff meeting.
Sorry, I'll be right there.
What happened 13 years ago at Kurakawa? That might be the last piece of the puzzle. What about Yui Mamiya? How'd she react when Mitsuru Kusamoto tried to kill himself by jumping off that roof?
I'm sorry, I'm already late for my meeting.
I'm trying to ask you about a murder here. To Ahara, every unanswered question is a victory for that man. He's only a step away from walking for it. And I know Mamiya had other conspirators. It took more than one person to murder Mikoshiba. They're still at large, even as we speak. I'll be honest. I came here today with the suspicion that you might be more involved in this murder than you're letting on.
A suspicion?
Nothing you've said has made me feel any better about it.
And what should I do about that, huh?
I just want you to tell me, how are Ahara-san and Mamiya connected beyond what I've already figured out? I think you have the key to that answer, even if you don't know that you're the one holding it. It's like a lock, and until I figure out how to get through it, I'm gonna keep picking at it.
I told you, I'm late for a meeting.
I'll be here when you get back. Have a good meeting.
Suit yourself.
She's so unwilling to talk most times, but then she like cracks and tells me anyway. It's not going great, but at least I've learned she was classmates with Mamiya. I'll take the wins where I can get them. Sorry, son, we'll want to hear that later too. Okay, so now we would leave the high school, but I'm sure we've got something. I don't think I have an update to the research club. But we could dance. We could go and dance a little bit. Is it the... It's not the first floor, is it? Oh yeah, where was the... Some time ago, it was mentioned that you can get dance outfits from somewhere. And I obviously need to investigate that. Okay. Who do I talk to? Let's practice. This is all crap that I'm collecting, but you can sell it at a pawn shop and get money. Can I not do anything? I'm upset. Oh. Okay, if there's nothing to do in the school. I was going to tell Sari-san about Sawa-sensei and Mamiya.
Hey, Sari-san? It's Yagami.
Hey, did you manage to talk to Sawa-sensei?
Yeah, turns out she really was in Mamiya's class. And they were both aware of the suicide incident with their classmate.
Good to know. While we're on the topic, Hoshino-kun got his hands on some new info.
Let's hear it.
The bully at Kurokawa High was named Shinya Kawai. He transferred out right after Mitsuru-kun jumped, as if he were running away. Once he came of age, it looks like he worked here in Kamurocho.
Wow. You really can find a lot online.
Yes, and to top it off, Kawai earned a reputation for talking about how he drove a classmate to suicide. Like he's proud of it.
What?
Maybe he thought he'd get a laugh in Kamurocho.
Probably would.
Kawai was more or less a Yakuza, though he never swore into it. I just sent you his picture. It was taken 5 years ago.
What?
This guy.
You recognize him?
Not too long ago, some RK punks came asking his whereabouts. Said he was a girls' bar manager who went missing.
Yeah, it looks like he did work at a girls' bar. But we don't know which one.
Okay, so the guy's definitely suspicious. What business would RK
They told
have?
us that this guy's
Do you know
dead.
if they ever found him?
No. But their leader, Soma, said something about Kawai having already been killed. Like he just vanished from Kamurocho a few years ago, and that was it.
Wait, he was killed?
Uh-huh. Kinda gives me
Doubt.
deja vu now that I think about it. Here you have Kawai and Mikoshiba, two known school bullies. And they both end up murder victims?
That could be for a number of reasons. It's not rare for people to disappear in Kamurocho. Usually the trouble is money or women. Maybe that was the case for Kawai.
Could be.
Okay. We'll investigate Kawai a bit more on our end. With RK asking around, word on the street will be loud enough to hear.
Could it be that this is like a serial killer thing? Serial killer group against
How was it, Sari-san? What
bullies.
did Yagami-san have to say?
He said he recently ran into some RK members looking for Shinya Kawai.
Did he?
He also said RK later told him Kawai had been killed.
This is getting scarier with every new lead.
Now that you mention it, I have seen people getting stopped and asked about someone all over town. But if those were RK on the hunt for Kawai, could it have something to do with our case as well?
Putting aside the connection between Mikoshiba and Kawai, why is RK suddenly so involved?
I'm honestly not sure how RK could be involved in all this. I'm going out for a bit, Hoshino-kun. Do me a favor and keep digging up what you can on Kawai.
Wait, what?
Sometimes you have to get out in the field. It can't just be Yagami-san all the time.
Are we playing as her? Yo, this is new.
You don't mean you're going straight to RK for some answers?
What else would I be doing? I need to know why they were looking for Kawhi.
Then I'm coming with. I can't just let you do that alone.
Don't worry. It's still light out, and I plan on staying in the open. Besides, if I'm alone, they'll be more eager to talk.
That may be, but still, I'll just call you about every 10 minutes then. For your safety.
I find that rather unnecessary.
You sure?
Are we gonna beat them up as her? Because heck yes. First I'll need to find some RK members. Unlike Yakuza, they're hard to identify by appearance alone. But no worries, in times like these, it's good to know the owner of Tender. He's well connected. Bartender. The first place Yagami-san worked at when he arrived in this city. The owner, Joe Masuda, always has his ear to the ground. I'm sure I could ask him where I might meet some RK members. Do we have any quests as her? No, not really. Looks like we're very blocked too.
Oh, is that Sari-chan I see? To what do I owe this pleasure?
Nice to see you too.
Oh, hi. Say, aren't you one of Talk's
Yo,
lawyer
Shroom,
friends?
I'm also
Does
shocked.
that mean he's on his way too?
It's just me today.
Fine by me. That means you and I get some girl talk time.
Oh, that stings, Mari. And here I thought I had a place in your heart.
Well, no one knows a lady's heart like a bartender. I guess you can stay.
The two of them make sure, the two of them sure can keep up with each other. But if I'm going to ask questions, I better order a drink.
Let's see.
All these bottles got you feeling lost? Care for a few pours from Tox? It'll be our secret. Besides, a man with his tab can't complain.
You're too kind. So I'm actually here to ask you, how can I set up a meeting with RK?
Darn. So this wasn't a pleasure call? Well, I'm glad you're at least enjoying the drink.
True. And looking fancy doing it.
Oh,
I am
please,
not
you two are going to
looking
embarrass
fancy.
me.
My apologies. I suppose being surrounded by such beauties has a timeless appeal, even at my age.
I'll second that. Masuda here is looking at least a year younger.
Was that supposed to be a compliment?
Of course. If you got any younger, you'd be much too handsome. What's a girl to say?
And I'll
Bruh.
second that.
Cardigans are so fancy. Oh no, this isn't good. I'm getting so relaxed I might forget about work.
Anyhow, if you're after an RK rendezvous, the good news is those guys are everywhere.
Hi, Trolley.
But it's not like a civilian can just stroll up and ask, "Hey, are you RK?" and expect to get an answer.
You got that right. And Saori-chan needs to ask them something that's kind of sensitive. Oh, that's certainly going to make things challenging.
Just a bit, yeah.
So I say, why not let the boys do the chasing? Wouldn't be hard for an enchantress like you. But honey, we need to do something about your look.
Yes.
Some nice clothes and a little makeup, and you'd be unstoppable.
Finally, my turn to second something.
I suppose I would need to look approachable.
Are we gonna do a makeover
Talk told
again?
me once that if you ever felt like it, Saori-chan, you could put every hostess in Kamurocho to shame. I've gotta admit, I'm curious.
Well, a good hawk hides her talons.
You're saying I should dress like a hostess for this?
Well, I'm sure there are other ways. But if you want a foolproof plan to snag an RK, you've got one.
You like her?
If you want, I can get you some looks.
Soon everyone will like her.
What you like.
I get the message. And I suppose I'll take you up on that.
Okay, then leave the rest to me.
She's gonna be hot. Okay, selecting a dress. Let's see, what is our favorite? What are we feeling like tonight? This reminds me of the gold, white, blue, black dress fiasco. I don't know what's appropriate for this. I kind of like this, but it's a little small. I don't know. This is cute. Ooh, okay, let's go with this one. Oh, and we get to choose a color too. Yellow. Crowns? Oh my god. She does wear glasses, doesn't she? But I don't know. I think it would be fair to give her some... Okay, I can't see that until we do the hair. No. I don't want to look like a 12-year-old. There are so many options. This looks close to her original style, but just a bit nicer. This one's cool too. We get to dye her hair. I like her original. Actually, no. Actually, just no. There. Well, we still can't see this. Wait. Perfume. Raises the wearer's spirits. Keeps the wearer calm in any situation. Well, this seems good. Makeup. Lashes. I just imagine like any guy playing this game. I bet they'd have fun. Contacts. Are we like disguising ourselves or? No. I really don't like shades that are like as light or lighter than your own skin. This one looks nice. Okay, we done? We're done. We're so cute.
Would you look at that? Doc was right on the money. I couldn't have imagined.
You sure about that, Mari-san? I hardly feel comfortable wearing this in front of you.
What are you saying? You're so pretty.
I wouldn't say so.
Really? You're dynamite. Though, there is one thing that's missing.
What's that?
Pride. That's the final touch you need. Pride in your own beauty.
Just own it, girl.
I'm not sure I have that.
Then how about your pride as a lawyer? You have that, don't you?
As a lawyer?
Yes, there it is. Go ahead and take a look. Now that's
turning
the face
them
of the
heads.
girl who gets the man she wants.
Are we there
It's been a
to
while
seduce
since I felt
somebody?
this way. I have you to thank for that.
These bad boys won't know what hit them. Now, let's go dangle the bait.
You mean us, right?
You bet. Two nightlife girls like us alone on the street literally brings the RK boys running. Especially along Senryo Avenue. Why don't we take a walk?
Are you sure? I don't want to drag you into this.
Are you kidding? And miss the chance to see this makeover in action? But really, I want you to succeed. I promise I won't be a bother.
Time to walk down Senryo Avenue. If any arcade guys approach us, we'll reel them in. Then I can ask them about Shinya Kawai and see what they found out so far. Okay, let's go, girl. She's walking fine in those heels. Can we run? No, not surprised. This reminds me of the dress that the girl in Project 04 was wearing. I never finished that game.
Excuse me, ladies. You, get lost on the way to the beauty pageant?
We're already out for a drink. Maybe heading to work.
Well, what do you know? These are the arcade dudes.
Oh, we're just two girls bar hopping by our lonesome. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, in that case, why don't you roll with us? I know a great place. You could drink all you want.
Wow, you guys loaded or something? We can throw them back, you know. You sure?
Hell yeah. There's a place my buddy runs. He'll be thrilled to see some ladies like you.
If they're arcade, then it might be good to take them up on the offer. But how can I know for sure? We better not, like, mention it directly, right? You're just my type.
You rugged boys are just my type, actually. But are you really that into older girls?
Me? I'm your type for real?
Oh, what happened to your nose? That bandage makes you look so tough and masculine. What's gotten into me? I am such a mess tonight.
One too many, Saori-chan?
Don't worry, Saori-chan. I love a hot mess. I'm one myself.
Dear goodness. And now, while their guard is down, I'm sure you know who RK is.
You wouldn't happen to know any of them, would you? You seem like you'd be popular enough.
RK? Of course we know him. Why? You ladies about that thug life?
Well, I've heard arcade boys know how to show a lady a good time. Things like they party like there's no tomorrow and spare no expense on fun.
But Saori-chan, why limit yourself to arcade? I think these boys are plenty attractive.
I'm starting to think we were meant for each other.
Oh? What makes you say that?
Wait, don't tell me you're...
Not supposed to be blurting it out, but yeah, we're RK. And pretty high up, too.
Shoot, RK wouldn't be what it is now without us. Never thought it'd get this big either.
Looks like this went well. I knew they had to be with the RK. Now all I have to do is ask them about Shinya Kawai. Why were they looking for him?
RK has Kamurocho pretty much wrapped around its finger now, huh?
Just about. The time of the Yakuza laying down the law is over. All that respect and chivalry shit. Dead, like all the old legends. Now the underground world is a jungle. Winning the fight's all that matters.
Wow, must be hard. But I think that's hot.
That reminds me. Weren't you RK guys looking for someone recently? A man who disappeared a few years ago?
Oh yeah, him. We were looking for this dude who ran a girls' bar.
See? I knew you guys would know what that's about.
Oh well. 5 years ago, he suddenly disappeared.
Oh.
That's not even news in Kamurocho.
Oh boy.
That's so crazy, though. What happened to him? You ever end up finding the guy?
Nah, didn't work out. No surprise, he was just a punk anyway. Name was Kawai. Way I heard it, some of his old friends rolled up on him one night. My guess is, it was trouble from another town catching up to him. Anyway, they argue for a bit, and it ends with the guy getting shoved into a van. And that's the last time anyone saw the dude.
Whoa. What do you think happened?
So I guess he is really dead.
I'm thinking they bumped him off. If he was still breathing, he'd be back by now. I heard he never even picked up his final paycheck. I guess he's fish food now. Or they buried him on some remote-ass mountain.
Remote
Do you have
ass.
any idea who would have done that to him?
Don't know. They say it was 10 or so people. Young. Both men and women. Doesn't sound like a gang thing.
Could
Who
be
knows,
from
right?
the academy.
It was 5 years ago.
They would have been 25 then. A group of civilians shoved Kawhi into a van. They were old acquaintances. Oh yeah, sounds like, I forgot the name of the academy, but you know what I'm talking about. Could they have been classmates from Kurokawa? That's the one. No, I'm just rushing to conclusions. So am I. High five.
But if you heard all that, there must have been witnesses, right?
I need a chocolate.
So you're saying someone actually saw him get shoved in a van?
No.
Yep. Some chick working at his bar saw it all go down. At least that's what we heard from a guy who heard it from that chick.
Where is this bar anyway?
You mean some random dive bar half a decade ago? Who the hell knows? 100 places have sprung up and gone under since.
But then, why would anyone be looking for Shinya Kawai now? Did someone ask RK to find him? Think that's right?
Hell if I know. It's a question for the top of the food chain. But hold on a sec. Can I ask you something?
Huh?
Just a minute ago, you mentioned a Shinya Kawai. How'd you know his full name when we never told you?
Oh, shit!
You're only talking to us because you wanted dirt on Kawhi. So who the hell are you?
Uh-oh.
What do you think you're doing?
Let go of her!
Who sent you?
Do we tell them? Do we, keep our, do we stick to the story? I'm thinking either that or just telling them who we are. Let's stick to it.
No one. I'm just an arcade fangirl. Don't jump to conclusions. So, would you stop?
Really? Damn, my bad. Guess you don't really look suspicious.
You fucking moron! Don't you realize he's playing you?
He's right. No charming your way out of this one. Start talking or else.
Almost fooled him. Okay then.
I'm Saori Shirosaki, attorney at law. Unhand me this instant.
Ooh, you're gonna sue? You think I give a crap about what your job is?
I'm saying things will go very badly for you if you keep this up.
Big talk for a chick dressed to the nines to get info. Huh? Sorry, Chan?
Yeah. And even try to fuck with us, lady!
Sorry, Chun!
Huh? What the?
Beat it, punk.
Yo, who this?
Higashi-san!
Asshole!
I swear, these jerks are popping up like roaches. No thanks needed. Just be careful on your own, especially when you're beautiful.
Thank you so much, Higashi-san.
I just said you don't... Wait, how'd you know my name?
Who is this?
It's me, Shirosaki, from Genda Law Office. It's been a while.
Holy shit! No way!
What was that reaction?
Man, I didn't realize. Shirosaki Sensei. I didn't recognize you. You look incredible.
Arcade manager?
You're the one who is incredible. This is all my fault. I was the one who put Mari-san in danger. You really saved us.
Young, strong, handsome. That's 3 out of 3 for me.
Those guys were RK. Town's practically overrun with them these days.
Toru Higashi-san, former Matsugane family member of the Tojo clan. He's like a brother to Kaito-san, and he knows Yagami-san too. Okay. He runs his arcade full-time now, but apparently he still keeps up with Yakuza fashion trends.
If you'd like, I can escort you somewhere safe. I got nothing but time on my hands.
Oh, you don't say. Perfect. Who says we can't still salvage some fun out of tonight?
Oh, before we do that, let me call Yagami-san.
Shinya Kawai was a bully 13 years ago. He vanished from Kamurocho when he was abducted by a group in a van. It seems like they were all people he knew, and it's possible they were his classmates from Kurokawa Academy.
Yagami's still a jackass, I see. When Shirosaki-sensei calls, you pick up in 2 rings.
It is strange that he's not picking up. I'll try again.
Uh-oh.
Wait, he was killed?
Uh-huh. Kinda gives me deja vu now that I think about it. Here you have Kawai and Mikoshiba, 2 known school bullies, and they both end up murder victims?
That could be for a number of reasons. It's not rare for people to disappear in Kamurocho.
So we jump back in time.
Usually the trouble is money or women. Maybe that was the case for Kawai.
Could be.
Okay. We'll investigate Kawai a bit more on our end. With RK asking around, word on the street will be loud enough to hear.
Yeah, we jump back to this phone call. So I guess now we get, meanwhile, in Tak's perspective. Now I guess I wait for Sawa-sensei. Still a lot of time before the faculty meeting ends. It's a message from Amasawa. Yagami-san, one of my underclassmen, wants to talk to you. Could you come to the club room again after class if it's not too much trouble? No problem. Amasawa wants to talk about her underclassmen? What does that mean? I've got time, so I might as well go see what that's all about. Oh yeah, there might be some new jobs over at Tukuma's office too. Still a bit before the faculty meeting ends. I should kill time elsewhere. So we go back. I've not been able to advance these cases. I've got some professor that I need to investigate, and I'm not sure how.
Yagami-san.
Thank you for coming.
Amasawa.
What is it you wanted to ask me? It's a rather long story. Is this a good time? Let's hear what she has to say. Once you start this side case, everything else will be put on hold until you clear it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure thing. After all, I'm the MRC's outside counselor.
Thank you very much.
So this is about my classmate. Actually, I should go get him now. Be right back.
Yoroshiku.
Nice to meet you. I'm Hisayoshi Shimada, a second year. I'm Yagami, the MRC's advisor. Nice to meet you.
Hey.
So, what exactly do you need help with? Well, Yagami-san, do you believe in things like curses?
What was that?
I'm sorry, what?
Well...
Just to preface, this case is going to sound either mysterious or ridiculous, depending on your answer.
So...
I know it's going to sound crazy, but please, you have to believe me. Just tell me what's going on first. Then we'll see how it ranks with all the crazy things I've heard.
Hey.
Would you mind starting us off, Shimada-kun? So, it's about this lucky cat I have at home. What? A lucky cat? You mean one of those statues of a cat waving its paw? Or like an actual cat?
Yes.
The former, yes. They're said to bring good fortune, so you can spot them in all sorts of businesses. There are quite a few kinds. Most of them are said to bring good luck, but black lucky cats are supposed to ward off bad luck in particular.
Oh.
Didn't know they got that specific. The thing is, my lucky cat doesn't do any of that. It doesn't bring money or good luck. It just attracts tragedies. Tragedies? Here, this is it. Why is it so fucked up? Looks pretty old. My dad bought it from an antique dealer friend of his. Usually they're really expensive, especially the pre-war ones like this. But my dad's friend warned him at the time, this cat brings more bad luck than good. Yeesh. So why'd your dad buy the thing if it's supposed to be cursed? He collects all sorts of rarities, especially the stuff with interesting stories. He goes nuts for those. Sounds like an interesting guy. But yeah, a lucky cat that brings more bad luck than good. I admit that's an intriguing hook. And Yagami-san, the curse, or whatever it is, evidence is starting to pile up, making it seem real.
Well...
Ever since acquiring that statue, the Shimadas have been through one ordeal after another.
What was that?
Like what? Like some pretty scary stuff. My dad got a really high fever all of a sudden and was touch and go for a bit. Our house caught on fire too. Oh shit. I shouldn't be laughing. But it's funny if it's because of that cat. Wow, potential arson and serious illness? You weren't kidding, that's scary stuff. And my grades keep slipping ever since Dad bought the thing. I'd never dropped below 10th place before this. Is that really the statue's fault though? Well, you sure can't blame me for the ghost. One woke my dad up in the middle of the night, standing right there next to his bed.
Huh?
A ghost did? He was dressed like an old-timey soldier and totally pale. Just stood there like he was at attention. But he kept moaning, "Give me back my cat." My dad thought he was dreaming, so he rolled over and went back to sleep. That is how you deal with ghosts.
Does that mean...
So was it just a dream?
Yeah.
I don't know, but the next day, that's when he started feeling awful. It's like he'd been cursed or something.
I see.
Well, that would be unsettling, even if it was just a string of coincidences. My dad's still not out of the woods now that he's healthy either. He almost got run over by a car a couple days ago. It's still going on? This isn't really sounding like a coincidence anymore, but I don't know what it could be. At this point, it's probably safe to consider further misfortune inevitable. That may help us determine the cause before any irreversible damage is done. I'm telling you, it's the cat.
Excuse me.
Here's a question. If you're all so creeped out by it, why don't you just throw it out? It's my dad. He refuses to get rid of it. He says the previous owner was this famous author who met his demise because of the statue.
What?
So the statue was cursed even back then? Yeah, my dad said the guy died when he hit his head on it. What?
Are you serious?
That is quite the story. Apparently his whole fan base is obsessed with the statue. That's why it's considered really valuable, despite the curse. Who's the author, by the way? Well, Kitan Amasawa. He was a mystery novelist and my grandfather.
Huh?
What? Your grandfather? Oh, and you said hitting his head on the statue. What? So this was the actual cat that,
Yes.
Well, only if this is truly the exact same statue my grandfather owned. So you don't know if this is actually the same one?
Well...
My grandfather has been missing ever since he passed away, about 7 years now. Shortly after he died, my grandmother pawned it off. She always thought it was rather creepy.
I see.
Can you tell from this picture if it's the same one as your grandfather's? It's hard to tell from just a photo. This was also 7 years ago. I see. But I do remember that the cat was cursed even back then. My grandfather was somewhat of a rarities collector himself. Of course, he jumped at the chance of owning a one-of-a-kind unlucky cat. Kitan Amasawa was famous for his somewhat bizarre tales of mystery. I can definitely imagine him wanting a statue like this. My grandfather was quite taken with it. He bragged about it quite a bit when I was little. But I'm sure he never imagined his life ending because of his unlucky cat. A lucky cat took the life of Amasawa's grandfather 7 years ago, and now it's back, wreaking havoc for another family. Yagami-san, I'm not one to believe in the supernatural. All mysteries must be approached rationally, no matter how unusually they present themselves. That's what I firmly believe. Because logic is always found at the true core of any mystery. Right.
That being said...
But that's also why my grandfather's unexplained death has stuck with me for the past 7 years. I assume the police ruled it was an accident, right? If that's the case, it kind of sounds pretty explained. No, actually. On the night my grandfather passed away, I also experienced a strange event. One that has no rational explanation and could only be considered a supernatural phenomenon.
What?
Really? What happened? I'm sorry. I'm not sure how to explain it. Let's just focus on finding out if this is actually the same cat or not first.
Gotcha.
Sure, we can do that. Rare for Amasawa to not have the words. But this could be the actual statue that took her grandfather's life. I can see why it'd be so tough to talk about. Yagami-san, I'm getting to the bottom of this case one way or another. If something's causing all the tragedies around this cat, there's a good chance more will occur. I don't want anything as awful as what happened to my grandfather to happen to anyone in the Shimada family. Makes sense to me. After all, you're all about preventing incidents before they take place.
Yes.
Right, and not only that, this case is personal. Amasawa.
Yagami-san.
So, Yagami-san, would you please help me get to the bottom of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. The MRC advisors got your back.
Thank you very much.
Well, to start with the investigation, first things first, I'd like to see the statue in person.
Yes.
Good idea. Shimada-kun, do you think your father would mind showing it to us?
So.
Oh yeah, I bet he'd be over the moon to have one of Kitan Amasawa's descendants confirm his statue's the real deal. I'll give him a call now. Bring the cat. He says, yeah, he'd love to meet you guys, in fact. Good to hear. Where should we meet him? I asked him to meet us at the cafe near the station. Plague. Pludge? Plague. It'll be faster than getting him signed in at the school's reception and everything. Is that okay? Yes, that's fine. I would have felt bad asking him to come all the way here anyway. Well, I'll make my way to the cafe now. Let's meet out front.
Yagami-san.
See you soon, Yagami-san. Okay, let's meet at the cafe. It's not like we do anything else, apparently.
That way?
You scared me. You're following me now.
Yagami-san, would you say that you tail people often?
I mean, it's a big part of the job.
Do you have any tips for avoiding the target's suspicion? I tend to get made fairly quickly when tailing.
What's an average high schooler tailing people for anyway?
I just can't help myself when I pick up a lead.
Kinda dangerous when you don't know your target, don't you think?
But in the end, isn't it worth it if I can prevent an incident?
No. Not if it's something that puts your own life at risk.
I somehow hadn't considered that. I'm coming with you!
What? I thought you were hurt. Wait. Who are you? What's happening? She's taller. What in the world? Imposter. Okay, that part got me quite confused. Okay, so where is this cafe? Did they even say its name? Oh yeah, it was a Blage. Okay. It's right there. Oh, this icon was hidden behind the other one. That's what I was looking for. Can she keep up if I pull out my skateboard? No, I have to wait for her. Was it far? Well. Keep up. Can I just grab her and go? Can you survive that? Cool.
Wait for me, please!
I can see you on the map. You're fine.
Anyway, I had no idea you had such a famous grandfather.
Are you surprised?
No. If anything, it's obvious that you're his granddaughter.
Well, now I'm feeling the pressure.
As a descendant of Kitan Amasawa, you should become the kind of detective that make him proud.
For that to be possible, I need to take on as many cases as possible to hone my instincts.
But what if you blundered into a case and ended up making a fool of yourself? Would that make Grandpa proud?
The more I hold back, though, the more curious I get. Once I've caught a whiff of a mystery, the Amasawa blood in me starts pumping.
It's quite a burden you wound up inheriting.
Mew Mew's the cutest idol. Oh, Yagami-san, Amasawa senpai. You're Kitan Amasawa sensei's grandchild, right?
It's a pleasure.
Yes, nice to meet you. I'm Kyoko Amasawa.
Domo.
Shimada, Mikio Shimada. My son's told me about you. Thank you for being such a good senpai to him. I must say, I'm surprised seeing you for the first time. You definitely have Amasawa blood in you. You're like a heroine ripped straight out from one of his novels. I can already tell you're not just a nice face. You're smart as a whip too, aren't you?
Huh?
Oh, really? Come on, Dad, cut it out. Oh, my apologies. And, who's this with you?
It's Yagami.
I'm Takayuki Yagami, outside counselor for the Mystery Research Club. I'm primarily a detective in Kamurocho. Oh, a genuine detective. This is just getting better. The seasoned private eye trawling the seedy underbelly of the city with his wunderkind teen sidekick. Man, I already want to buy the whole series. What the hell?
すみませんでした。
I'm really sorry about my dad. Let's head inside, huh? There's a squirrel! There's a squirrel right behind them. So, for the mystery at hand, may we see the unlucky cat statue?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Here. It has a freaking unicorn. What is that? Would you touch this? So this is it. I brought it to a taping of that TV appraisal show a few days ago. They couldn't determine whether or not it belonged to Kitan Amasawa though. But if it turns out to be the real deal, it's supposed to be worth 2 million yen.
Huh?
2 million yen?
Yeah.
I mean, considering its legacy, it's basically the holy grail to its fan base. But still, 2 million?
Amasawa.
Do you think you could tell if it's actually your grandfather's, Amasawa? Please, feel free to inspect it. In that case, allow me. Well, this deep red stain.
No way.
Is that from when your grandfather... no, it's, from when I splashed ketchup on it, when I was little.
What?
Ketchup? Yeah, I'd been eating a hot dog in his study and got ketchup all over the room. How does that happen? Well, eating may not be accurate, more like swinging it around like a sword. Oh. I was really into this historical drama at the time. My grandfather and I watched it together.
Nah.
Sounds like you were quite a little hellion as a kid.
That being said...
But the stain, I don't know if anything else could make it clearer to me that this is my grandfather's statue. Woohoo! I knew it.
Yeah.
We can get millions for this? Seriously? Let me guess. He won't sell it. Well, talk about the score of a lifetime.
Excuse me.
Sorry if this question comes across a bit strange, sir, but I must ask. Does this statue ever make noise? Maybe like a meow? Huh? Does my cat statue meow? What makes you ask?
Well...
The thing is, the night my grandfather died 7 years ago, I heard it. This cat, it meowed at me. Are you serious? Amasawa, is this the supernatural phenomenon you referred to before?
Yes.
Hey.
Could you give us some more details? Sorry, I know this must be hard. No, I understand. We have to do it for the case. This is the first time I've seen Amasawa like this.
Amasawa.
You said your grandfather's death was ruled an accident. Was there even a slight chance that it was actually a crime?
Yes.
The police came and checked the scene, but they said they couldn't find anything suspicious. Besides, it happened in a locked room. Not only was the door to the study inaccessible, but the crescent locks on all the windows were still secure. A locked room, death, and a cursed statue. This is sounding more and more like one of Kitan Amasawa's books. What's a crescent lock? They're the most common kind of window lock in homes for a reason. They get the job done. I doubt the windows were a point of entry for anyone that night. Okay. Since the police didn't see any signs of a break-in or even a struggle, they really had no recourse but to rule the death an accident. So it's doubtful this was a burglary gone wrong. Afterwards, the unlucky cat creeped out the whole family enough that my grandmother pawned it off. Unsurprisingly, the family lost track of the statue after that, so I never expected to see it again like this.
Amasawa.
So you're saying you definitely heard the meow of a cat on the night your grandfather died?
Yes.
I have no doubt. I believe it was around 1:30 in the morning. I woke up in the middle of the night to get a glass of water and passed by my grandfather's study. That was when I heard a meowing sound come from the room. Did your grandparents have a pet cat? Or maybe it was a stray outside the window?
No.
No, they didn't have any cats, and I definitely would have known if a stray had gotten in. With Grandpa in the yard, no cats could have gotten by without him barking up a storm. And I distinctly remember the sound being loud enough to come from the room, not from outside the house.
Seriously?
Creepy.
Well...
What's even creepier is I can remember my grandfather telling me more than once, when the cat cries, misfortune comes calling.
What was that?
What? I was given strict orders to never even approach the study if I ever heard a cat meowing in there. That's why, once I heard the cat, I ran back to my room and hid, terrified. And the next day, my grandfather was... That must have been so hard. If I'd just been brave enough to go into the room instead of running, maybe I could have prevented my grandfather from dying.
Hey.
7 years ago, you were only about 11, right? Is she 18? What the fuck? I thought she was 11, like now. Don't blame yourself for being scared. A truly artful detective can solve incidents before they even occur. I wonder if her grandfather's own incident has anything to do with Amasawa taking that saying so seriously. Shimada-san, thank you for going out of your way to help us today. Oh no, it was my pleasure. Did you find any clues? Maybe even a lead now? Unfortunately, I'm not so sure. Look out! What the? Ah, are you okay? I'm so sorry. Guess it wasn't secured all the way.
It can't be.
Was that the unlucky cat?
Unbelievable.
No way. Dad, please. What's it gonna take for you to get rid of that statue? Even I'm starting to get freaked out by this. What is that ad? Oh my god, that was a creepy creature. A creepy hamburger creature. Well, we should get home. Thanks again for today.
Excuse me.
Actually, sir. Yes?
Please and thank you.
Would you mind leaving the statue with us for a while? What? Leave it with you?
Yes.
Until we can debunk the curse. But aren't you worried? This curse is starting to look pretty real deal to me. My grandfather once said, curses only blight their believers. Did he now? Yes, he also said, you must never succumb to the marvel of a mystery. You must keep your wits about you. Despite my age, he imparted his philosophy of mystery solving to me before his death, and I hold the truths he shared with me in the highest regard. As Kitan Amasawa's grandchild, I cannot back down to these strange events and turn away from a genuine mystery. I refuse to believe in this curse, therefore it will have no effect on my pursuit of the truth. But still, not only that, this is a mystery that needs solving by an Amasawa. Oh, Amasawa-san. When I heard that meow 7 years ago, I ran from the truth, and the result was absolutely horrible. I'll never make the same mistake again. Okay, if that's the case, I'll leave it with you. Please find a way to break the curse before something bad happens again.
Thank you very much.
Yay! Now we have this cursed item. By the way, I heard that you bought the statue from a friend who runs a second-hand shop. Which one would that be? Ebisupan in Ijincho. Ebisupan. Got it. I'll go speak with him now. Thanks again. Hama-san was really into this case. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, considering. Well, I should step up my advising efforts for her on this one. We got the cursed cat. Yo!
Oh, you're
shop. Here. You can't fight me. I'm with a little girl. Just decide already. Whoa. Shit. Christ.
Really, guys?
No wonder you can't keep going if you're gonna walk into a lamppost. I think it's this one. Oh, I've been here and sold my shit.
Excuse me.
Hello, is this a bad time? I'm from the Yagami Detective Agency, Takayuki Yagami. We'd like to ask you a few questions.
Oh.
Oh, a detective.
It's a pleasure.
I'm his assistant, Kyoko Amasawa. You're his assistant? A high schooler? Is there a problem?
Yeah.
No, not particularly. What is it you wanted to ask? We're looking into this Lucky Cat statue for Mikio Shimada-san. He says he knows you? Ah, this is for Shimada-san. Would you mind if I ask, how did you first come to acquire the statue? This pawnbroker friend of mine closed up his shop, so I bought his remaining inventory. He couldn't vouch for the statue's authenticity, though. Well, we know it's the real thing now, but maybe we ought to fill him in on that. Might make a mess of things. Maybe we oughtn't. How do you say that? Oughtn't. Okay. You don't happen to know who sold the cat to your friend originally, do you? No, sorry. He told me it'd been passed around a bunch before it ended up in his shop, but he didn't know any specifics. Probably why he couldn't authenticate the thing. Don't tell me that the cat is the reason why he had to close his shop. I see. Thanks anyway. Oh, one last question. This might sound odd, but when you still had the statue in the shop, did anything strange ever happen here?
Eh?
Strange? You mean the curse? Nah, I don't buy into that stuff. Nothing ever happened here to make me change my mind either. Nothing at all? You're sure? Nope. The guy I got the statue from never mentioned any of the sort, although I suppose he might have just not wanted to sound crazy. I see.
Yagami-san.
Does this mean the so-called curse didn't begin until Shimada-kun's father acquired the statue?
Yeah.
Sounds like it, anyway. What's smoke?
Yagami-san!
It's on fire!
Are you serious?
Really? Get the fire extinguisher. What the heck? Yeah, we got the fire out right away, but we seriously have no idea where it came from. Just whoosh, out of nowhere. Whew, I'm glad that didn't get any worse.
It can't be?
Yagami-san, what do you think started that fire? I have to say, the number of incidents around this cat is getting ridiculous. I don't think this is coincidence at all anymore. Hang on, do you smell something? Gasoline? Gas? That will mean there's a chance that the fire earlier was actually arson.
Yes.
Agreed. Yagami-san, what do you say we search the scene really quick before the police get here?
Yeah.
Let's check and observe for any traces in the area. Keep sharp for anything like gasoline trails or containers. Let's observe. Observe. How far are we looking from? Is this gasoline? A plastic bottle? Inside, more gasoline smell.
Which means...
Does this mean?
Yeah.
Yep, the fire at the pawn shop was actually arson. But who's the culprit? And why? Hold on, maybe the dad is doing things that would make it seem like it's cursed to make it more valuable? The dad or the son, I don't know. No idea, but let's fill in the police and the guy at the shop on what we found first.
Excuse me.
Yagami-san, how should we proceed with the investigation from here? Well, now that we know that the fire at the pawn shop was intentionally set, what I'd love to do is pin down our little firebug.
What?
Pin them down how exactly?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know anything about them, but they're obviously after the statue. Maybe we can just lure him out somehow? A solid enough idea. Where should we start? I suppose just meandering around town ought to do it. Considering how quickly the pawn shop was hit, I can't imagine it taking it long. I see. Some genuine hard-boiled legwork, eh? A lot riskier than my usual investigations.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be more dangerous than I like. That's why you ought to head back too. I think not. Please allow me to continue on the case.
Nah.
Hamasawa, this is...
Please and thank you.
I need to solve this myself, Yagami-san. Please.
Gotcha.
Okay, but you really have to be careful and keep your distance when we're in public. Got it? I'm basically a walking tragedy magnet carrying around the thing.
Yes.
I promise. I'll be safe. So where should we head first? Preferably somewhere that makes it easy to watch our backs while we kill time. How about we play darts?
What?
You want to play darts? Why? Only one person has to take their eye off their surroundings at a time. And if someone does come after us, you can always counter with some darts to the face. Holy shit, girl.
Nah.
Okay, I have to give you points for the overall plan, but darts to the face? Make no mistake, I'm actually quite good at the game. My aim's solid enough to be able to hit a human head. I'm scared of her now.
Nope.
So I think I'd be best if I handled any incoming threats, and if you just don't say that kind of thing to someone, maybe. Right, well, after you? Well, we're not out here to play games, but this case has also been a pretty big weight on Amasawa. Maybe it'd do her some good to blow off steam. Are we going to play darts? We are. Woo. Sure, let's play for a bit. Keep your eyes peeled for any suspicious individuals along the way, especially if they're approaching you. I'll be careful. At least this is a small place. We'll definitely see anyone coming for us here. We're also putting everyone around us in danger. Did we consider that? Beginner starts. So we can... This is also a skill. I don't know what this means.
Let's do this, Yagami-san.
Let's go.
So I'm gonna have to aim.
Yep.
I think I did pretty good. Oh. Mm-hmm. 277. What?
No way.
Oh, we're counting down. Okay.
Lame.
Lame, he says when she's throwing.
Oh.
Okay, she's pretty good.
My turn then.
Woo!
Nice. Yep.
I really have to hit the yellow thing.
Nice.
Okay, not bad.
Not doing so hot.
Double 17. A bullseye. Yo, give me some mercy.
No way.
Well, thank you. I'll take it.
Okay.
Oh, too early. I tried to not be late for once. Oh no, this is bad. No, this is awful. God damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna get wrecked by Amasawa.
Oi.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
My turn then.
How do I get that good? We do need the cube cat. I'm blaming the unlucky cat for this one. No! Well, they weren't that bad, actually. No.
Yeah. Perhaps some practice is in order.
Damn.
I had no chance. What does the stats mean? This was so rigged. I lost. Don't give up your day job, Yagami-san. You had to take our money, she did. By a school girl. Did we bet money for this? She totally tricked us. She was like fooling us with the whole darts to the face thing. She really just wanted to beat us. Glad to see someone's pleased with how that went.
Amasawa.
So, did you see anyone suspicious yet? Hup. I kind of got too into the game and forgot to look around. See? You need to be worse. For the case. Oh, come on. You seriously weren't looking? I guess I sort of got into the zone there too, though. Looks like darts didn't make for the best cover activity. We should shift gears. What will work better for us? Good idea. Where could we watch out for potential assailants? How about the batting center? I don't know what that means, but I don't like the sound of it. It sounds like bats.
What?
Why there?
If I were to guess...
We'll still be able to see anyone approaching us. In fact, this could be even better than darts. If one person does all the batting, the other can observe our surroundings without losing concentration on a game. No, this is another trick. This is a bad idea. And even better, a bat makes for a much more effective defensive weapon than darts.
I see.
Well, I'll handle the defense part for us, but let's get over there before something bad can happen to us here. What do you mean, something bad already happened?
Speaking of burdens, have you been studying for your exams?
Someone is leaving with a black eye.
Obsessing over rote memorization would affect my reasoning skills.
Well, I reason that you shouldn't let your club activities get in the way of your studies.
I admit that's also something I try not to think about.
That doesn't sound like the Amasawa.
Get out of my way!
Gotta face the facts sometime.
No, stop it!
Oh, brother.
That way?
No, no purple people. No purple people. I'm going on this side of the road. No! No purple people! I'm making a kid. No, another purple.
You're going too fast!
No, I'm not.
Wait for me, please!
No. Don't beat up the girl. Yeah, I'm making a girl run in the middle of a road with cars. God damn it.
Please don't leave me!
I'm not leaving you. Fend for yourself. Oh no, she got stuck somewhere. Oh no. Oh no, she was stuck in a phone booth. Classic. Oh God.
What a waste.
Okay, where is she? No, come back! Mirai. Nice, made it safely. Let's get right into it so we don't look suspicious.
Yes.
Right, acting natural. Alright, Slugger, show me what you got. You're not gonna bat, Amasawa? Well, let's just say I'm more literally inclined. literarily inclined than athletically inclined. You just play darts. Pretty sure even a bookworm can swing a bat. Still a bit too hard-boiled of detective work for my taste. Okay, just keep an eye out while I swing a few. Can't have anyone sneaking up on us. Why can't we just like sit in a park? I thought it was like activities that she wanted to do, but no.
Yes.
Right, leave it to me. Local legend.
Here we go.
I'm scared.
All right.
Woo! Really? Wait, what? Oh. Oop. Woo! Perfect. Wait. Okay, I'm starting to get the timing of this. But the curveballs are crazy.
Nice.
Ha ha ha! Well, come on, at least I hit it. Out? Rank C. Well, I'll take it. I pass with a C. Oh, are you having an off day? Excuse me, little brat.
Nah.
Tried on the hardest? It wouldn't even let me do anything but the basic one. I guess so. Kind of weird. Usually I get a few more hits than that. Than that. Well, it happens to all of us, I suppose. Great. The bookworm has to make me feel better here. Sure worked up a sweat in there. Have some water. Oh, thank you.
Hey.
So any luck on your end? Spot anyone? Yeah, about that. I've seen a few somewhat suspicious people, but no one who seems to be paying us any attention. I see. Why don't we take a short break for now?
Hey.
Hey, Amasawa, can I ask you something? What is it? Is your grandfather the reason you started the Mystery Research Club?
Yes.
Yeah, in fact, he is the reason I grew so obsessed with mysteries in general. He's been a very big influence in my life. So, do you see yourself becoming a mystery author in the future? I certainly hope so. No, more than that. I believe it's something I must do. Really?
Yes.
Truth be told, my dream is to complete his unfinished masterpiece. Oh, do you have an unfinished manuscript of his?
Well...
I do. When he passed away, he was in the midst of completing the final entry of his most popular series. He got roughly halfway through the draft, but he didn't write anything about the most crucial part, the dual reveal of the culprit and the method.
That being said...
He didn't leave any notes behind that even hint towards what they could be, so no one knows how he meant to finish the book. Sounds like you've got some real work on your hands. Indeed. Although, I recently realized something that could be the potential answer to the mystery.
Oh.
Damn, you really are good. I'll have to send you a copy someday for that one. let me know if you figure it out before you get to the end.
Hmm?
Excuse me. Huh? What is she doing? What is this angle to?
Hey.
Hey, what's going on? Yagami-san, please keep eye contact and pretend we're just chatting.
Huh?
Why?
Well...
There's a man across the street who keeps looking at us.
Hmm?
There is. Now that I think of it, he was at the arcade too.
What?
He followed us here.
Yes.
Seems so. He wasn't acting suspicious there at first. But later, when I took off with the statue and hid from his sight, he was looking around in a panic, and he'd lost sight of something. Do you think he's been after us this whole time? Yes, I'd presume so.
Excuse me.
Yagami-san, how about we take a bit of a calculated risk? What is it you want to calculate?
Yes.
If I stay here and distract him, would you be willing to slip out and loop back around him? That way you can catch him before he has a chance to escape.
I see.
Okay, I see. Yeah, that's a solid plan. I'll get over to him real quick. Cat is full of drugs! Well, that would explain the obsession. That cat is quite big. It would fit in a lot, and it would be expensive. Oh, that's the reason why it's worth 2 million yen. It all makes sense now. Gotta find that back door first. He'll definitely see me coming from here. How can I sneak up on him without getting caught? I don't know. Can I, like, go around this building?
Oh.
That jacket. He recognizes me. I guess he did see me with Amasawa at a few different places. How can I sneak up on him? We throw a baseball bat at him. He won't see that coming. Well, maybe I'll just collect intel from a distance for now. What? I was trying to... What?
Oh.
But if I go this way... Okay. Okay, that way is no-go. But this side would be even more obvious, right? Ooh, can I go to the top of this? Nah. Nah. So, yeah, I can't... Okay, I'm so stuck. Okay, maybe... This makes no sense. see him from here.
Oh.
Oh, I get it. I get it. We're gonna have to change clothes. We have this now. Okay, now we should be able to get by.
Hey. Hmm?
Huh? Who are you? Oh. Wait, you're with that girl. And you're the firebug at the pawn shop, right? Hup.
Yagami-san!
Hamasawa, keep away. Ha! The cat. The lucky cat. Oh, do you want this? You want it because it's evidence, right? Because of what's still on it. Ah, you saw it? You saw it? Saw what, pray tell? Is there something on this cat that could put you away for good, perhaps? Oh, what? Excellent bluff, Amasawa. You led him right where you wanted him. What?
Hey.
And now we have the final confirmation. So, what is it on the cat that could get you in so much trouble, You tried to burn down a pawn shop over this thing. What's on the cat that you need gone so badly? Who knows?
Hey!
Answer us. What do you know about Kitan Amasawa's death? Hey, I said stay back.
Huh?
Yeah. Eep. Hand it over. What? How? Dare you?
Amasawa.
Geez, Amasawa, I thought you said you weren't suited for the hard-boiled work. I suppose I was a bit rumbunticus when I was a little. Still have what it takes to raise a bit of hell when needed. You fuckers. I'm just gonna kill you both and take the thing. Okay, bro, chill. Okay, Amasawa, it's my job from here on. Stay back, seriously. This man's crazy. Yo, I did something cool combo. Yo. Heck yeah. Was that the new skills I learned earlier? Go.
Hey.
Hey.
Nah.
Great. He's out cold. Let's tie him up, just in case. That ought to do it. Aw, it's got all gross.
Yagami-san.
Considering how this man reacted to the cat,
If I were to guess...
I believe there's at least one secret to it that we don't know. How is it now gross? It was the same the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, one that neither your family or the police knew about at the time either.
Yes.
And if that's the case, it's not going to be easy to discover. But I can't say that there's absolutely nothing to it. After all, it was one of my grandfather's most cherished rare possessions.
Yagami-san.
Why don't we give it another thorough look over? Yeah, good idea. Looking at the cat.
Suspicious.
This eyeball jiggles a little. Actually, I can push it in a bit too. Oh, you're right. Interesting that the eyes are actually separate parts. But why make something so elaborate? I'm not sure.
Hey.
There's a slight gap around the neckline.
What?
Really, a gap? I thought it was all one big molded piece. Look, right there. It's more apparent now that it has mud on it. Must have been from when it got dropped earlier. How odd. Why could it be there? The head comes off. A jiggly eye and a gap around the neck. Wonder if they have any function.
Which means...
You know, if the eyes and the neck are... Could it be? An eye for the truth will eventually find the way. Hold on to that keen eye and take a good look around you.
What was that?
What? Sorry, I just remembered my grandfather saying this once while holding the cat. He said it with pride, but it always stuck out as somewhat odd to me.
If I were to guess...
Maybe he was giving me a hint all the way back then. A hint to how the cat works?
Yes.
Sometimes he'd give me clues to see if I could pick up on a mystery as a sort of game.
I see.
But what do you think he meant by it? Perhaps we're supposed to hold on to the eye and make the head go around? Look around? Yeah, we should hold the loose eye in place and spin the head.
In other words...
Oh, I see. You hold on to the keen eye and make the head take a good look around.
Yes.
Right. Leave it to the wordsmith, huh? What say we give it a try? Rah. Oh, it turned.
Huh?
The arm? Yagami-san, look. Whoa, it just...
It can't be.
It meowed. So it's a trick statue? I'd bet this is what your grandfather was hinting at. Yes, of course, but no one in my family had any idea I could do that. It appears, yes, it has a secret compartment. Looks empty though. A smudge. No, a fingerprint. And a dark red stain all dried up. Is it? Yeah, no mistaking it this time. That's blood. Oh, I'm so screwed.
No way.
Then let me take a guess. That fingerprint's yours? And this blood, it belongs to Kitan Amasawa, doesn't it?
Hey!
Answer me. What do you know about this? Kitan Amasawa, my grandfather. Did you have something to do with his death? Your Oh, I see. You're that man's granddaughter, huh? Why is he laughing? To think his granddaughter would be the one who caught me 7 whole years later. Please answer me. Guess there's no getting away with this now. And I'm just so tired. Fine, I'll tell you. Alright, let's hear the truth about what happened to Kitan Amasawa. Finally, Amasawa and the rest of her family can get some closure. Well, we know the reason for wanting the cat. But...
If I have this right...
So you wanted to get the statue back so you could clean out the compartment? Yeah, that's right. I didn't know for sure there was a fingerprint in it, though. Really? You mean you did all this just to be cautious? Yep. I was wearing gloves that night, so I wasn't thinking about fingerprints. But once I got away from the scene, I saw I had a tear in my glove, and my finger was covered in blood.
In other words...
So you worried that you left some kind of trace at that scene. Okay, but nobody had, found out in 7 years? Don't you think that if you weren't even sure that you had a print on it, I think it would be pretty safe to assume that you don't have a print on it. He kind of did this to himself. Nobody would have suspected anything if he wasn't trying to pursue it, causing this curse to happen. Lol, he deserves it. Not to mention that he killed a guy and obviously deserves for that too, but you know. Later, I read that the police ruled out his death an accident, so I knew they didn't find any prints. Yeah? But that secret compartment, that could have been a game changer. There was a solid chance I left a trace of being in there. All it'd take was for one person to figure out the statue's secret and I'd be screwed. That's why I tried so hard to get the cat, but it fell off the map pretty quickly. For 7 whole years, that damn cat's been the one thing on my mind. And all of a sudden, about a month ago, I see the fucking thing on TV. The cat I see in my nightmares all the time. Oh right, we did hear about it getting appraised on TV at some point. Let me tell you, I was shitting myself watching that fancy pants appraiser looking it over with his little magnifying glass thing. If he popped that compartment open on TV, whew. So you saw the current owner of the statue on the appraisal show, and that's when you tried to get it back from him. Right. It happened 7 years ago, like you know. I was up past my eyeballs in debt. I needed a lot of money, and I needed it by sunrise. That's when I spotted the biggest mansion in the whole neighborhood. I'd hear some kooky famous author lived there.
It can't be.
So you snuck into the house that night? Yep. The place was huge and all the lights were off. I figured I wasn't getting caught.
That being said...
But Rampo was in the yard, our dog. I'm sure he would have barked at you. He was too busy chowing down on the rice bowl I tossed him. Oh, Rampo. Sometimes you're too sweet.
Hey.
What do you do next? I went looking for his study as fast as I could. I assumed all the real goods would be either stashed away or on display in there. It was late enough that I figured everyone would be asleep. But when I found the study and peeked inside, I saw the old man, just barely, lit up with a candle. He fiddled around with the cat's head, opened the thing up, and took something out.
What?
What was it? I couldn't believe it. Inside the cat, the old man had a bar of gold.
Huh?
A bar of gold? The way he was grinning at it, I knew it was real. Had to be worth millions. I jumped at him without even thinking. We tussled for a bit, so I grabbed the cat and I whacked him in the head with it. How could you? And then you took the gold and ran off? Yeah, thought I was gonna be made for life, damn it. And in the end, the goddamn loan shark just wiped it from me and pretended it never happened. But how'd you get out? The study was locked when the police arrived. Oh, that. I panicked after accidentally offing the guy. This went from a simple robbery to a potential homicide fast. I made myself focus and I came up with an idea. I'd use the cat's arm gimmick to make the whole thing look like an accident.
Huh?
What do you mean? You'll see. Should happen anytime now.
Huh?
Whoa. It closed. Real smart, that old man. It's built so it closes back up automatically. The arm sprung up with surprising force. Yep, that's what I used. Oh, I see. You rigged it up to the window, didn't you? Yep. Sounds like the apple didn't fall far from the tree.
Amasawa.
Mind explaining, Amasawa?
If I were to guess...
What I imagined happened was he stacked up some books by the window and put the statue on top, with its arm lowered, mind you. So I assume he arranged the books rather unstably so it would collapse. By placing the cat in the right spot, its paw would shoot upwards and engage the window's lock, effectively sealing the room. He must have slipped out the window after quickly arranging the scene, then waited, hoping to see the gimmick play out as he had planned before he could be caught. When the time arrived, the paw shut up, whacking the window lock closed, with enough force to knock over both the cat and the stack of books. This is some MacGyver shit. This was the window right in front of the spot where my grandfather laid. The scene must have ended up looking like my grandfather had fallen and hit his head on the statue.
I see.
I get it now.
Which means...
That gold bar must have been my grandfather's secret savings. It explains why he never told any of us about how the cat worked. And it explains why he tried to scare me away from the room if I ever heard it meow. Can't blame your family for never finding out. I doubt anyone would have checked for secret treasure before getting rid of what they thought was a regular creepy statue. The curse of the Lucky Cat statue, all due to a secret my grandfather took to the grave. Finally, I know the truth. Just like a mystery writer would hope. I would have been really screwed if you were this smart as a kid. Wasn't that sounded like an insult. I bet she thinks she was very smart as a kid. Hold on, does that mean you're the one causing all the trouble for the Shimada family? Probably, yeah. First I tried sneaking into their place to get it back, but the guy just woke up on me. When I told him to give me back the cat, he thought I was a ghost and straight up passed out. Well, he did say that he started suffering a mysterious illness after that night. A high fever, to be specific. A fever? Oh, that's no mystery. I had a cold that night. Must have given it to him. Oh, lol. Well, I suppose that explains that part. But you're not just responsible for getting the guy sick. You tried to burn their house down too, didn't you? Well,
If I were to guess...
Oh, since the intimidation failed, you thought you could just resort to torching the evidence? Civilians be damned? Are you the one who tried to run over Shimada-san too? And the one who caused the accident outside the cafe the other day? You are really good, kid. I figured if the owner died, his family would get just as creeped out as the last one and get rid of the thing, you know?
Nah.
What a scumbag. Then what about Shimada-kun's grades dropping? Huh? What about what? Guess he doesn't have anything to do with that one. Fear makes mountains of molehills. Because they were so convinced misfortune would befall them, even the most harmless things were perceived as part of the curse. Yeah, he just started sucking, I guess. But this guy deserves to be set for life, y'all. Like, he killed somebody and then tried killing several people. I still can't believe the statue had a secret compartment the whole time, let alone a gold bar at one point. At least I can finally chalk a non-supernatural cause up to the meowing I heard that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. If you think about it, the curse attached to the statue was just another layer of security for my grandfather. Not only does it have a secret compartment with a gimmick to opening it, but it even has a ominous story surrounding it, designed to drive people away. Perhaps this amused my grandfather enough to make this one of his cherished possessions. I could see that.
Amasawa.
At any rate, Amasawa, I'm glad you were able to get to the bottom of what really happened with your grandfather.
Yes.
I agree, truly. I can't tell you the weight that's been lifted off my shoulders. And it's all thanks to you, Yagami-san. Oh, I don't know. You were really sharp on this case too, Amasawa.
Huh?
What? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the one who figured out the trick to opening the cat. Not only that, you solved the locked room murder right after learning who did it. And that part was pretty crazy. Like, how did she do that? I imagine he would have needed to tell us about it. That's true, but still. You know what, Amasawa? I sort of feel like your grandfather was hoping you'd solve the statue mystery all along. Think about it. Why else would he ask you a riddle about the statue while holding it if he wanted to keep it a secret to everyone.
What?
Huh? Even with what was in it? If I'd solved the mystery, I'd find out what's inside. Well, maybe it was meant to be a gift for future you, like a prize awarded to full-grown detective Kyoko Amasawa. Or like heritage? I see. So, when I don't fall victim to lies and push past the fear, I can find a glimpse of the truth. That definitely sounds like my grandfather. The gold might be gone, but you still grew to become a fine detective and solve a genuine mystery, just like your grandfather predicted. I'm sure he's proud of you, wherever he is. I sure hope so. Yay, happy ending! Even though grandfather is still dead, but yay! Well, Grandpa, are you? There should have been a sign there. I would have loved that. Okay, well, we definitely killed some time, didn't we? Like, was that not enough? That was basically a, like, I saw the daylight turn into night. A bit grim, but I'm happy for her. Yeah. Definitely. Oh, question mark. Question mark. Or now we could go to the dance club, I guess. It is kind of late and the cats are hungry, so I'm going to save the game and thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Won't be a third stream today, but I'll see you again sometime later. Have a good night. Bye-bye.